Hello, we are here at the World Electrolysis Congress organized by World Hydrogen Leaders. My name is Johann Wiebe, I'm from the Hydrogen Standard, and with me here today is Rulande Rutgers, Process Technology Director from Johnson Matthey. Hello there.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Great to have you here. So Johnson Matthey, obviously a familiar name in the industry. By the way, as also a silver sponsor of the event, thank you very much for your support. Big name in the industry, maybe very well known on the emission control side of things, but that's not the topic we want to talk about today. We're more interested in what does Johnson Matthey do in sort of the hydrogen and electrolysis space.
Yeah, so Johnson Matthey has already for decades been in the fuel cell side of the business, and we have also got hydrogen activities in the other colors of hydrogen that we don't name the colors, but the electrolysis business is a more recent activity for Johnson Matthey, and we develop catalysts for it as well as CCMs.
And what are some of the challenges that you see in this market?
Well, the biggest challenge, in particular for me, is the scale-up, accelerating our route to market to match the scale-up of our customers to larger capacity, larger and global production facilities.
And how has the response been from your customers so far?
To our products, well, pretty positive. We've recently announced a strategic partnership with Plug, which is one of our sort of more public activities on that front, but we also have other key customers who we are doing very active sampling with and developing plans for scale-up together.
Talking about partnerships is an important topic here at the conference, mentioned quite heavily as well for the success of the industry as a whole. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit on what that partnership looks like and what you're trying to achieve.
Well, so the example of the Plug partnership is a joint co-investment into a new USA facility and jointly developing some really important technology developments to remain competitive or be the best, if you like, in the industry.
And technology developments, is there anything you could specify that a little bit further?
Well, so we're obviously working very hard on ensuring that we have the best performance of our products, but also ensuring that we minimize the utilization and improve the recycling of the platinum group metals that we use.
Very important topic as well, the recycling side of things. At the moment maybe a little bit under-highlighted as we speak, but will most certainly become a bigger issue when we scale up. How do you see sort of the challenges on that side of the market?
Yeah, so that's a little bit outside my area, but our sector, called the Platinum Group Metals sector, PGMS, has very active work in this field.
Okay, moving to technology, what are sort of like the technologies that you use in electrolyzers?
We've got membrane technology, and we've got catalyst technology. We manufacture the components and then the end product. For us, the end product is the CCM, or sometimes even 5 and 7 layer parts with seals to our customers.
Sorry, I should have maybe be a little bit more specific. I was sort of like directing a little bit to what the components that are supplied to the eventual technology electrolyzers, so alkaline, the PEM, etc.
Yes. All right, so the technologies that we currently focus on are PEM, and we also have active collaboration, again a collaboration with Enapter in this case, on the AEM technology.
AEM, very promising. I think someone actually mentioned that they're going to bet heavily on AEM to overtake PEM in the future. We'll leave that as a side note, or do you want to react?
No, I think we are very firmly also active in the PM and foresee that for certainly the foreseeable future.
Great, PEM then. PEM, some of the challenges in PEM is definitely sort of the raw materials required, and with that the precious metals right down in your street, so to speak. What do you see in terms of the progress of reducing platinum and particularly iridium loadings in some of the PEM applications?
Yeah, we have active activities in that, and we are finding, we're quite successful already, and we see a clear roadmap to reducing iridium utilization.
And is that reducing without compromising on performance, or?
Yeah, well, we can't afford to compromise on performance, and the technology should be developed in a way that we maximize its performance with lower loadings, yes.
So lower loadings then should not be, or sort of the loading should not be an obstacle for the scale up and the success of the PEM technology going forward?
Well, we don't believe so. We think that there's still a whole toolbox of things to explore to maximize its utilization. So no.
Okay, so staying a little bit in your area of focus, can you maybe elaborate a little bit on where you focus on a daily basis, and what are sort of the challenges and the opportunities that you see in that space?
Yeah, so my key focus is to ensure that our processes are robust and reliable, as well as much more higher volume than we have done in the past. So a scale up of our processes, and the challenges there are, apart from the ubiquitous supply chain challenges that everybody has in terms of the speed of all this, it is generally, applying good chemical engineering practices to a relatively new field.
And speaking on some of those challenges, other than the supply chain or the ramp up, what are some of the other challenges that you see sort of in your area?
So is identifying the appropriate supply chain partners, I guess, in developing processes that are inherently faster and inherently more robust is probably one of the areas that we want to focus on.
So Johnson Matthey sort of applies a strategy that is not just go out it on their own, but very much a collaborative with external partners.
Yeah, so not only with our customers, but also with our vendors are we looking for strategic relationships.
And that is sort of on the upstream electrolysis side of things, but also on the downstream fuel cell side of things?
Absolutely. We have recently merged our fuel cells and electrolysis business in all but the most specific product development. So process development is considered the same for both, and so we approach our vendors with that total package.
Okay, interesting. Maybe shifting to the event then, how is it for Johnson Matthey to be at the World Electrolysis Congress?
Yeah, I mean, I think Johnson Matthey was very pleased to be a sponsor for the Congress, and I've been finding it personally very interesting because I don't often get a chance to look at it a bit more broadly at the industry and what are the challenges for our partners, our upstream and downstream partners, as well as the regulatory environment that we operate in. So that's been very useful.
What are some of the topics that you really enjoyed during this conference?
I particularly enjoyed the holistic paper by Bruno Paulette, was it? Sorry, I might need to re-say that. But that gave a really good holistic overview of touching on all the challenges as well that the industry will face, ranging from pricing to the technical challenges. I've also been really interested in seeing the regulatory debates that have been going on.
And at the end there was a session, you're probably referring to the masterclass of 2 days ago. That session also interesting?
Yes, that was actually indeed a masterclass. I really enjoyed the masterclass sessions.
Rulande, Rutgers from Johnson Matthey, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.